I love Fred Couples' swing. It looks effortless, yet he led the PGA Tour in driving 3 times, and it would have been many more if John Daly hadn't been around. How does Fred Couples hit the ball so far with such an easy-looking swing? Well, let's hear from Fred himself on his secret to swinging the golf club.
I can tell you a couple key points is, for me, I make sure that I make a full shoulder turn. I think every good player, every good amateur wants to do that. And once I get the shoulder turn back, I don't think about the change of direction, it just happens. But once I start coming, my hips will come this way, but my club does not follow my hips, therefore getting no power. So what I try and do is get the club up here, I clear my hips, but I release the club going down the line. But when I say release, I don't hold on this way, otherwise you're going to hit it a mile to the right. So if you can learn to clear your hips a little bit and let the club go down the line and release it towards the ball, not back here where you're doing this. So there's a point where I think about, once I make contact, then I feel like I'm releasing the club. So it'll be what I call past the ball. So once again for me, I get the club back, and once I come down here, I'm clearing, and my point of release is actually at the ball, not back here. You're holding your angle. Once I get here, I go at it with pretty much, it doesn't look like it, but I go at it with everything I have.
I think a couple keys, at least for me, is ball position. And if you notice, in the old days, I used to stand very open. And as I've gotten older, I've almost squared up. And I still play the ball semi-up forward my stance, which helps me hit it on the upswing. And if you see a lot of the longer hitters on the PGA Tour, nowadays they're almost off their feet. Bubba Watson, Thomas, Dustin Johnson, they're so powerful. For me, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm still trying to hit where my body's coming up to get the ball going and get a lot more extension. So let me just hit one, take away, I try and go back low. And then I just, once I'm going down through the hitting area, I actually, it may not look like it, but I'm trying to hit it as hard as I physically can. Not on every drive, but most of them. Always try and get the club going back at a pace that's such as your 7-iron, because you don't want to jerk it back real fast. So the first thing I try and do is get the club going away from the ball as slow as I can. And then through the ball, I'm trying to hit it as hard as I can.